Hello everybody, call me Charlie or Reddish. I don't particularly care anymore. Don't ask me why I'm wearing the mask. I don't want to talk about it. This is my second video. Whoa! I meant to make this way earlier, but my GCSEs started a bit early. As in, I had my only French speaking exam on Monday. The first one, Monday, 9 AM. And this is not happening anymore. And then also I'm leaving on like May 1st. So I was working on my leavers shirt. So it's been a minute. I've been very busy. But in this video, this time, I might start a series. I really want to start the series. It's about lesser known aesthetics. So each video I'll do like 3 totally different aesthetics, so people like know more about them. First aesthetic is, oh my god, I love it so much, frutiger aero. Admittedly, it's becoming more popular, or I'm just on an amazing niche on TikTok, but it's just something I really personally adore, which isn't a stretch because I adore many aesthetics, and to be honest, I adore all 3 of the aesthetics in the video. So, frutiger aero is defined as a design aesthetic from the early 2000s to 2010s, recognised for its sleek, futuristic design with glossy or glass-like textures, high-definition pictures, round, softer edges, skeuomorphism, big word, we'll touch on slightly later for those who don't know what that is. I didn't like a couple months ago. And a 3D look, with a lot of frutiger aero images combining futuristic architecture and nature to reflect the green future many hoped for. I still do, kind of. It's a very nice future. The era of frutiger aero started in the early 2000s with drastic improvements of technology and how it started to become a part of everyday life with more portable technology which was useful for the common person. The World Wide Web was moving into a new phase, introducing social media such as MySpace, Facebook, Reddit, and YouTube. Users could post their own content and it made the internet more of a community where people could share their lives. Frutiger aero was the outcome from this rapid evolution of technology, and the optimism surrounding it, as well as improvements in computers, meant that hyper-realistic pictures could be created, which is why 3D and skeuomorphic designs were commonplace at the time. Talking of skeuomorphism, it's really hard to talk in this mask, but I'm not going to face reveal because I'm a bit shocked. By a bit, I mean a lot. I might at some point when I reach a certain amount of subscribers in the distant future. Anyway, talking of skeuomorphism, what is it? Well, for those who don't know, it's a style of design that mimics physical objects, originally to assist the interface. So people could navigate technology more easily without asking for assistance. Unfortunately, by 2013, frutiger aero started to grow unpopular in favour for more minimalistic designs, such as flat design or corporate Memphis, which I'm not really a fan of. Minimalism is not my thing. It's like my least favourite aesthetic ever. If you could tell me an aesthetic I wish would never exist, it would be minimalism. Boring! As technology became more integrated and normalised in society, the novelty and optimism towards technology faded, and so did frutiger aero. That's actually really sad. It made a small comeback recently, but nothing big. If you'd like to buy from businesses which sell frutiger aero based things or interact with frutiger aero media, I'll get some links up. You might need to pause the video, and there is a bibliography in the description. I hate speaking in this mask. but the other masks are even harder to speak in, because at least I can hide my positioning behind the snout. I need a bigger snout. I need something. Okay, a warning. The next aesthetic can be disturbing and unsettling, so please be warned. If you do not like body horror, please skip to this timestamp. I'll give you like a second. I'm bored. The next aesthetic is starrflesh. This is more of a surreal internet aesthetic created in the early 2010s, revolving around a sense of emptiness, uncanny, or rage, with many starrflesh images being eerie, mysterious, and heavily edited, with icy blue overlays and effects to enhance the surrealistic elements of it. The aesthetic grew popular on Tumblr in the early to mid-2010s, initially known as icecore or coldcore, but later revived and mistakenly named after the username of who mainly popularised it, starrflesh, on TikTok, though they have publicly distanced themselves from it, so, yeah. I'm looking down, bro. I'm looking down because my mouth is positioned really weird. It's like, it's not even, the mask isn't even on my mouth right now. If I'm gonna be honest, there was a starrflesh mask that I found on Vinted that I really wanted to get, but I didn't have the funds for it, which is a shame because it was really cool, but someone else can get it and enjoy it, and I can just commission something when I can afford to later on. It's fine. Anyway, but many of the pictures can feature deformed animals, flesh, blood, and elements of body horror, which makes it difficult to archive. But commonly used characteristics are, as I previously said, animals, distorted body parts, flesh and blood, as well as ice and snow, which is why it could also be called coldcore, corpses, veins, which they work with blood, water, sirens, stars, and even divine beings such as biblically accurate angels. Since the style is quite niche, explicit, and disturbing, so it can get taken down due to gore and the key influencer wanting to distance themselves from it, which we will respect, and since it is labelled after the TikTok account, there is a lot of mislabeling and confusion over the same aesthetic with different names. Same with frutiger aero. If you want some more starrflesh in your life, there aren't any shops that sell starrflesh specific clothes or anything, but I can give you some ideas and media that contains it. Finally, we have shoe diva. Now, I don't really know about you guys, but this is really nostalgic as I have some like really fuzzy memories of seeing this design aesthetic in the early 2010s since I am 16. It was more prevalent in the late 90s and 2000s, targeting women. The very whimsical with loopy and sketchy line work, diva motifs, and a fascination with Paris, like, a lot. But it's likely to do with the urban single woman lifestyle, focusing on fashion, shopping, and indulgence, but in like a girl boss way. Even though it was quite literally everywhere, it wasn't really named, just recognised. The name shoe diva came in the late 2010s by online research communities, and it is more mature than the Parisian girly, which I'm now realising is probably the one I was surrounded with because of my older sister and I was practically her shadow, but it's also bright and feminine like McBling, if you can see the similarities. The aesthetic emerged from the show Sex and the City and the protagonist's shoe obsession and glamorous New York lifestyle. Her obsession, I'm assuming, is where the shoe part of Shoe Diva emerges from, as well as other shows such as Legally Blonde and Confessions of a Shopaholic. This backdrop created a demand for a visual style that could represent the demographic, usually used for advertising, such as skinny girl cocktails and a restaurant chain called Chicken Salad Chick. What's great about Shoe Diva is how recognisable it is. The artwork is typically hand-drawn, sketchy, free-flowing with thin, loopy lines that really make it whimsical. The colour palette is quite bright and feminine with shades of pink, yellow, purple, green and blue. Unfortunately, it started to decline in the early 2010s and grew less prevalent. Many believe that it's because of the 2008 economic recession, which led to a shift to minimalism. I swear, minimalism ruins everything. And this is where we reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm just testing new waters, so if you'd like this series to carry on, please tell me. Like and subscribe if you liked this so you can watch more when I eventually post. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Oh my gosh.